Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 325, and I am so thankful that you are here today because we're talking about the one big question you better ask yourself before you set your 2026 business goals, or else you're going to build a business that is not reaching your definition of success and is based on other people's dreams for their business and not actually yours in your life. If you are new, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey. Make sure you look down in the in the show notes right now. If you just scroll down there in the show notes, you will see the links to my free ultimate spreadsheet to give you all the tools and apps that I recommend if you're starting an online business or you have a business that you're running yourself, whether it's local or online. And I have other freebies if you're starting your business, you're trying to grow your business, and even if you want to start a podcast, I have some free resources for you. So don't miss out on those. And also, too, make sure you check out, I've got a free Facebook group called Women Starting Businesses and Podcasts Doing What We Love, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. So that is it. I'm so happy you're here. Shout out to all my loyal listeners who've been so amazing and all my clients. Y'all are awesome. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited for a great year ahead. Okay, on to the episode. Hello, friends. Can you believe that it is 2026? Like, I literally cannot believe it. Time is flying by. I remember being like in seventh grade, hearing that Prince song, 1999, and thinking 1999 is so far away. And now I'm like, it's far away again, but for the opposite reason. It was a long time ago. I mean, y'all, what is going on? It's flying by. But anyways, I'm super excited for our businesses and for everything that is happening. How fortunate are we to live in such an amazing time with AI and all the technology to be able to run our own businesses and do what we love? There is just nothing greater. And I think it's absolutely awesome. And I'm so grateful. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us to live during this time. I want to talk about you and your business goals. And the one big question you better ask yourself before you set them this year. I think it's so tempting because you're going to see a lot of stuff online and stuff on social media and everywhere like, oh, we need to be, setting all these certain goals and doing all this, and we need to be achieving it. And we need to be grinding. We need to be working 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, all day long, every day, on the weekends. And I think it sounds very exhausting. I love goals to have like a vision of where you want to go. But I also think if you don't answer this question today and really think this through, it's going to be hard to create goals that actually matter for you in your life. And they're not somebody else's goals. They're yours for your business. If you are a longtime listener, you know that this is very important to me. And I believe in building a business that actually fits who you are and your skills and all this stuff. And we're going to talk about it here. But if it's not that, then it's a business that's just another job. It's not something that you actually love to do, that you're happy to wake up to every day. And so we are going to talk about that today. So are you ready for the big question? Okay. Here is the question that you're going to ask yourself. And what's really cool is by the end of this episode, you're going to have an answer to this. And I'm going to tell you how to structure the answer. Okay. So the 3 points that we're going to go through today are going to create the answer to this question you're going to ask yourself. And it is this: how do I want my business to add value to my life? How do I want my business to add value to my life? What do I want it to provide me this year? And I know that kind of sounds selfish. When I was kind of thinking this through right here before I started recording, I'm like, it sounds very selfish. Like, what do I want my business to do for me? When y'all know, a lot of the times I talk about your business is about serving, it's about using your gifts for others and all that. And it is that. But when we're setting goals, we have to look at what value we want this business to add to our lives. Because if it's not adding some type of value, people, then it's not worth it. It should be adding value. It should be a net positive, right? It should be a great thing for your life. If it is not a net positive, you should not be doing this. End of story. End of story. Because it becomes a stressor. It's something you hate. You're going to be miserable. You're going to take it out on your family. You're going to lose money, all that stuff. Okay. So it should be a net positive. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through 3 points to help you really think this through. And by the end, you're going to be able to answer this question: what value is this business going to bring me this year? How do I want it to add value to my life? You're going to be able to answer that in a simple sentence because of these three things that I'm going to help you outline really quick. So pay attention. You may need to even have your phone out, like the notes app, if you're on a walk or something where you can do that, or even if you're doing stuff around the house and listening to this, I would take notes because you can create your sentence and this is going to help you create goals that are actually realistic for you and your business. This isn't someone else's business. This is yours. Okay. So the first question you have to ask yourself is, what season am I in? What season am I in right now? Okay. So your answer to this is going to be the first part of your final answer. Okay. So what season am I in? So this kind of goes two ways. What season are you in for your business? And what season are you in personally? So think about it right now. For your business, what season are you in? Are you in the idea stage? Are you starting it right now? Have you started it and you're trying to kind of like stabilize everything? You're trying to stabilize. Or are you trying to grow? Maybe you've already stabilized, you're trying to grow, or maybe you're even trying to scale. Okay, only you know this. So I want you to think about it right now. What stage are you in? Okay, are you hoping that this year you're going to actually get it open? Or what is it? Okay, so think about your stage, but also think about your life stage. Like, do you have kids that have now gone off to college? Are you an empty nester? Or maybe you're pregnant, or maybe you have kids that are now going to kindergarten. Maybe you have grandkids. Maybe you're now a single parent. Maybe you're newly married. I don't know what it is for you, but what is the season of life that you are in? So I want you to think about that. What season am I in? Okay. And maybe you can write that down. What's my season of life right now? And how would you describe it? If I was to sit down with you, what's the quickest way you could describe the season that you're in, business wise and personally? So think about that. Okay. So that's number one. What season am I in? Because this is super important. I see a lot of small business owners, by the way, try to start businesses that do not fit this season of their life, or they try to grow their business in a way that does not fit their season of life. For example, if you just had your third child and it happened to be twins, so now you have number 3 and number 4, and you also have a part-time job, and now you want to run this, super busy physical storefront in your area and all. I mean, it's too much. It's too much. Okay. If this was you, you could start just an online boutique. You could get it started. And then later your dream could be, when you're an empty nester, to have that store. Okay. That's what I'm saying. It has to fit your life. Like, you have to be able to do all this. You cannot start something in a way that does not fit right now. The good news is, because we live in this time era in 2026, you can start an online business and start very small, and you can get used to being a business owner, and you can ramp it. You can ramp it however you want, and let it grow as your life season changes too. Okay. So ask yourself realistically, what season am I in? Okay. So that's the first part of our answer sentence for the big question. How do I want my business to add value to my life this year in 2026? Okay. So number 2, you ready? What do I want it to provide? Okay, now I know this is close to the overall question, but I really want you to answer tactically. What do you want it to provide? Financial security, a creative outlet, something you can call your own, part-time income. What do you want it to provide you? A way to serve people? If I asked you, what do you want your business to provide? Now, everyone is going to probably say money. Now, sometimes people get to a stage where they already have the money coming in. So you may be saying, I want it to provide maybe less working hours than if I had a job that was making the same amount of money. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I want you to really think through, what do you want it to provide? Flexibility, a steadier income, life with no boss, maybe more confidence in my life, maybe a business that fits my life, that helps me just be creative and create my art or whatever it is that you make. I want you to use your own words and think about it. What do I want it to provide? Okay, so like a monthly income. And if you want to get specific, that's more on the goals side of it. But maybe you want it to provide, a replacement of your other income, or just like when I started my business, I wanted to make $500 a month. That was it. That was literally all I was trying to make, because I was like, that's free money. I can go shop at the mall, that $500 each month. And I don't need to really, worry about what my husband thinks, because I'm going to use this as extra money because I had extra time. I was a stay-at-home mom. And then I was like, I think it'd be fun though to use my brain and build an online store. Okay. So everyone has it different, and don't judge what anyone else is doing because everyone's life stage and situation and financial situation is totally different. So don't judge anyone for what they want. Okay. So what do I want it to provide? Like, what do I actually need to get out of it? Flexibility, no boss, confidence. I mean, it could be anything for you. Everybody's got their own definition. Okay. So what do we say the first question was? It was, what season am I in? Okay. What season am I in? The second question, what do I want it to actually provide me? Like providing for my life. Like, what is it giving me right now? Okay. And here's the third one. Again, all of these answers from 1, 2, and 3 are going to answer the big question, how do I want my business to provide value to my life and add value to my life, right? Number 3 is, what do I want to stop chasing? This is big. What do you want to stop chasing? Some of you are chasing social media followers. Some of you are, chasing a certain income that's way, way different than maybe what it realistically could be. Okay. What do you want to stop chasing? Like social media algorithms? Do you want to kind of get off that? Do you want to stop chasing like networking events? Like stop doing that? Like, what is it that you want to stop chasing? Is it platforms that you don't like? Maybe it's advice that you've gotten from other mentors or people that you've seen online that does not fit your values. Like it literally doesn't feel right. And you're like, I don't like doing this. Then stop chasing it. What would you like to stop chasing? Maybe you're offering something that feels heavy or a lot of work or doesn't align with you or something. And you're like, I just don't want to do that piece of it. I mean, think about it. There's probably some piece of your business right now that feels heavy. What is it? Is it something that's going against your values or who you are or what you believe you're about? There's a lot of stuff, y'all, that I do not do for my business that have to do with social media and all that because it doesn't feel right to me. And I don't want to be fake. So I'm just not doing those things. Maybe it's certain advice that I've gotten about social media and what I should be doing and how I should be presenting myself or how I should be dressed or anything. And I have said, you know what? Maybe I'll sacrifice some money if that's what this comes down to in order to save my dignity. And I think you have to tell yourself, this is okay. And this is actually a better path for you because this is the type of business that you're running because you want to do this and you love what you offer. And your brand, your personal brand is on the line. It is on the line. What do you want to stop chasing this year? And I guarantee you too, it's because other people are doing it and they told you need to do it. And you still have been resisting. Have you been feeling that resistance? Again, I don't know what it is for you. Maybe you felt pressured to start a podcast or a YouTube channel and you're like, I just really don't want to be talking in front of people or doing this. Then don't do it. Find another way that's really cool. Maybe it's social media where you just video yourself, your hands making art. I've seen people doing like this and doing videos like this and just creating and their face isn't even on there. Now, eventually people will want to see your beautiful face, okay? Or your handsome face if you're a gentleman that's on here. But you see what I'm saying? Like you can start something in a way and get creative in a way that feels like you. If you took away everyone else and all that advice and you just sat there and said, "What how would I like to be showing up? What would I like to be doing?" Then you do it. That's like me starting this podcast. That's what felt raw, organic, happiness, joy in my soul was like starting the podcast. It was not like I want to get on social media. Like it just really wasn't. And some of you may be turned off by that because you're like, well, I need you to be telling me about social media and be really good at it. I wish I was. I would tell you everything. But it's just not what I'm loving because I watch other people get into it and I'm like, is it changing who they are? Are they chasing algorithms? Are they chasing likes? Are they trying to turn themselves into something so people will stare at them and look at them? And it's just, I don't know. I just have a hard time sometimes. And so If I spent more time on social media, I'm sure I could find a way that felt totally organic to me. But I've spent my time with my podcast and other things. And so, you know, this is what it is. So, anyways, what do you want to stop chasing this year? What is it? I know something's coming to your head. Is it all the hours? Is it that if you work harder, you're going to for sure get more money? Is it the offers that you have? Is it chasing, like adding too many things to your offers? Is it social media? Is it what is it that you're chasing? Is it having to make a certain income that you just made up as a goal and it's just way too much and it's so pressuresome? Like, what is it? What do you want to stop chasing? Like all the hours and the pressure to have a super successful business? I hear this a lot, y'all, that a lot of women, especially, feel this pressure from like a spouse or family that they need, not because the spouse put the pressure on them, but they have put it on that, like, I have to make this certain amount of money or this is not gonna be worth it. My husband's gonna make me sell the business or I'm not. They feel so much pressure that they're chasing this income instead of chasing what actually matters in their business. And maybe it's less hours and it's less money, but it's still a way to run your business, but you have more time with your family and everything's running smoother. Do y'all see what I'm saying? What are you willing to stop chasing this year? So that was the third one. Y'all, you actually created your answer to the big question. How do I want my business to add value to my life this year? And you're going to answer that in a sentence that's going to say, in this season of my life, and you can put in parentheses or write it out as maybe someone's a single mom with a part-time job. I want to build my business so it supports and what is it? What is it that you want it to provide? My family, my monthly income, or gives me a creative outlet, whatever it is, without, and then you're going to put in what you had to number 3, without what you want to stop chasing, without having to lose my dignity or sell my soul to social media. So I just answered the question in a sentence that you now have, and you can put this on your, sticky note on your monitor. And then when you're setting your goals, you have this sentence. So let me read the sentence again. In this season of my life where I am now an empty nester, I want to build my business so it supports my travel lifestyle with my husband, but also gives me a sense of service and knowing that I'm using my God-given gifts for others without selling my soul to social media or doing things that feel out of alignment to me. That would be a good example for me this year for my sentence. What is your sentence? What is your answer? What is your answer? Y'all, you can write it down. I put it down in the show notes too. So you have the 3 questions and you have the answer example so that you can create an answer to the big question of how you want your business to add value. So now when you go to set goals, so if I go to set goals based on that last sentence that I just said, what do I want my goals to be? And then I can be like, here's my money goals. Here's my hourly working goals. Like, how many hours a week do I want to work? Do I have goals for hiring anyone? What are my goals? It's so much easier to make your goals because it's based on that sentence. And it's got that whole without, that number 3, without what? Without chasing what and feeling the pressure of what? Y'all, this is life-changing for you. This sentence will help you for this year to focus on what matters most so you can build a business that matters in this world, that gives you purpose, that allows you to use your God-given gifts for greater things, but also helps you make money and have a career that you love and be your own boss. And I could just go on and on. I'm so excited for you. I'm really excited for 2026. There's changes on the horizon, my friends. And it's the best feeling in the world. And I'm so excited for all of you. I hope that this year brings you many blessings and it's everything that you wanted. I know that I feel so blessed myself and I feel so utterly blessed that you are listening to me right now. I want to thank you because this has been one of the greatest things I've ever done, host a podcast. And you are a blessing to me for listening and learning and for the great feedback that y'all give me and the sweet, kind notes. And it's just wonderful. I talked to another gentleman the other day and he said, I listen to your podcast periodically. And I was like, you do? What? It was someone that I know. And I'm like, I don't expect these men to be listening, but they tune in. and they don't even have businesses. I find it very interesting. I think people are searching for motivation and inspiration and clarity, and people who have, what's the word? Just some integrity in this world, right? That we're not just yucky salespeople. I don't know. I digress, but I'm just so excited you're here. Thank you for listening. Y'all have a wonderful day. Happy New Year. And until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.